Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Broncos take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Foul down to throw it. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. For Marshall, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down and 4, Howell able to find Gray here. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
on 2nd and 9. Powell eluding the pressure right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts 18-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Powell. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
He finds his man complete. It's Marshall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The 26-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk about Jason Donovan a long time.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Allen Lazard. A gain of 9 brings up third
and they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Colts get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make it 24-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Faking the handoff, Howell. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Howell. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Here's Howell to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on third down, Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver, and even 70 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Howell out of the shotgun.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's throwing in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative.
Got a man, that's Lazard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Finding space at the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah Pacheco, 70 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Howell. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fourth down, Howell. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
In motion left goes a tight end. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Caught by Woods. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board. Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Woods. Touchdown! Jelani Woods from 10 yards out. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. The try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
And to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The offense on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got some space here. And he's
taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 13. 73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Howell to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Off play action. It's Howell. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
In 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw. Howell. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Another throw for Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Brandon Ayuk. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tapping forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Powell to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Here's Howell. That's caught by Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Complete to Javonte Williams. A gain of 16 yards. And it brings up fourth down.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Colts, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Howell, first play, going to throw it.
and incomplete to open things up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Third and long. Here's Howell.
And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Let's go now.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action. Stroud now.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Stroud off the play fake.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Fourth down. Here's Stroud. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. First and 10. It's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here goes Stroud again. Incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Stroud. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Howell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they go play action with Howell. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Raiders at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Howell down to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Howell throwing on 1st down here.
Touchdown Raiders! Devontae Adams, 26 yards.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Counter play with Jacobs. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. These two teams all tied after 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. On 1st down, Howell. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 1st down, Howell to throw. The open man here, Renfro. Touchdown! Hunter Renfro, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw, here's Stroud. Right side, complete to Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Again, it's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And this pass broken up.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Adams. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Stroud now to throw. This will be complete to Mechie. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium